So Tata Motors is all set to launch the Punch in the market, an affordable SUV that a lot of you have been waiting for. And to tell us a lot about this car are two gentlemen here. Hi, Rajan and Anand from Tata Motors. Of course, they'll talk about their respective fields. It's more about sales and marketing for Rajan and more technical with Anand. So I want to start with you, Anand. You know, I'm sure a lot of challenges in making a product like this, right? If you could just highlight some of the 2-3 big factors that were there in your mind when you were making a vehicle like this.
So first and foremost, Shams, we needed to make a car that had the SUV capability. It's a car with a very small format. So you needed to bring all the elements of an SUV into this small format. So that was one of the aspects that our teams worked on. The second thing was the powertrain, the suspension, all of these things have to go along with the character of the vehicle. That was the second thing. You will see that the car has a distinct SUV presence on the outside. It needs to be complemented with a very similar kind of a look, feel, differentiation on the inside as well. So we've tried to make sure that the space inside, all the fits and finishes, the kind of color choices, the texture on the dashboard, the texture on the rest of the trims, all of this sort of came together to make sure that it was absolutely the kind of experience that we wanted to give our customers. And then the final piece was also to make sure that the car went through all the paces of the entire validation piece and making sure that it was tested in all the terrains that the market would throw at it. And those were essentially the pieces that we had to work on. And I think it's come out pretty well.
All right, thanks for that. Coming to Rajan. Rajan, you know, the lower the segment you get into, the more affordable a car gets, the more difficult I'm sure it is for you to decide and choose what to offer the consumer and what not to offer the consumer when it comes to features. So as a sales and marketing person, you know, where would you draw the line? What is more important for the consumer?
I think that largely depends on how each brand approaches. I think for us, what's been most important is looking at our consumers, getting into research, getting into some insights as to what exactly the consumers are looking for. And in that context, for the first time, we have launched this car with which is based on what we call persona-based influences from our consumers. So we have the pure persona, which is for the more for a person who wants a much more simplistic version of the vehicle, or you have the adventure version, which is for somebody who has a adventurous personality, a rugged personality, and therefore the car that he buys, some of the features as well as the colors will reflect that. And then you, of course, you have the creative a version which has got the IRA for somebody who likes to be digitally connected and likes his or her car to have all these kind of features. So we've used these insights from our customers to move away from the traditional trim-based kind of structuring of our vehicles and focus more on what the consumer wants and then do the pricing accordingly, as opposed to starting with a price structure and then trying to fit in what features we would want to put in to fit into that price structure.
Right. You know, what's your sense of this segment per se? Calling this a car like this an SUV, how comfortable was Tata with that? And is the consumer also approaching it in the same way? Or again, do we draw a line somewhere and say, you know, a car may be shorter than this, should not be called an SUV?
Oh, I think this car right here, the Punch, it speaks for itself as far as its SUV pedigree is concerned. Not only in terms of its design and looks, but also in terms of the way it has performed. And I'm sure that when your viewers see the video of you running through the course here, they'll kind of appreciate that this is not just a nomenclature that we use in the industry as far as this car is concerned, but it's actually a car that will meet the requirements more than any other car in the market today for this size. And I think the consumers, when they come and experience the car, will be very, very pleasantly surprised, not just by the performance, as I mentioned, but also the look, the features, the spaciousness of the car, and the comfort of the ride. Right? I think I would urge all your viewers to please come to our showrooms and test drive the car for yourself, because no words can express that feeling. Yeah.
We've been hearing this a lot, you know, over the last few weeks. You know, this is not just a good-looking car; it's also a car that performs well. In terms of engineering, what did you do to make that happen?
So you know, as we said about the SUV characteristics, so you start off with a certain number of attributes that you have to deliver to the car in order for it to make it perform. You start off with a very good ground clearance. The car has about 190 millimeters ground clearance, so it can tackle almost everything that gets thrown at it. The approach, departure, and ramp over angles are just fantastic. They're way above, better as compared to what other cars in a similar category would have. More importantly, as we spoke about the ability of the SUV trait, you need to do that extra bit of work on the engines. So we've got the DynaPro tech on the engines, which enables high low-end torque, and which also means that we have that additional punch available in order to overcome all the situations. With the AMT, we've got a stuck mode extractor, which very often people might get stuck on slippery roads, and it's like being able to control traction on the slipping wheel so that you can still use the traction on the other wheel to walk out or come out of. So all of this work has gone in together seamlessly into this package, and that's I think made the car what it is today. And when you've driven on the experience center, I think you will come out saying that the car delivers more punch than what it looks for. The punch is built on the exceedingly safe Alpha architecture. The first product, Ultros, built on this architecture, has the highest ratings so far as safety is concerned. So you can rest assured that this will also be a safe car. The car uses a significant portion of high-strength steels in order to impart the strength for it. And also along with that, there are additional safety features which have been built in to make sure that it's an absolutely safe package.
And just lastly, Rajan, I wanted to ask you, first the name itself. I wanted to begin with this, but I'm ending with this, the name Punch, the story behind that. And you will always be asked these questions, why no diesel or why no turbo? Can you get any specific details on these, on why are certain things right now not being considered?
Well, I think, let me start with the name part first. I think the way it was conceptualized and when we started testing the vehicle that was made and what kind of performance features and performance output we started to get, I think the name Punch was something that just flowed automatically from most of our brains, because this car was starting to punch more than its weight. As far when Anand here was sharing all the test results of those 2 million kilometers of driving that we were doing in our testing, and it was just something that kind of resonated with all of us as a team and kind of just stuck. And also the fact remains that it is definitely an unusual name, but it also is very, very suitable for what this car looks, feels and delivers like, right? So in that context, there was not too much of iteration or too much of thinking. It just came in and everybody just accepted it right off the bat. As far as the options are concerned, I think, as Anand has alluded, we've designed the car in a way and offered it today to consumers in the petrol version only because, and of course both the AMT as well as the manual, because we feel today that this covers the bulk of the needs of today's consumers in terms of delivering the performance and in terms of meeting most of the expectations of the consumers. Whether we do a diesel or not at this point in time, it remains to be seen. But we're looking really forward to getting a consumer reactions on this right now.
All right. I thank both of you for your time today and wish you all the very best for the Tata Punch.
Thank you. Thank you.